Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. Hopkins County Commissioner Precinct 4 Danny Evans announced Monday that he will not seek re-election for a fifth term. Evans was sworn in as commissioner for the first time in January 2003. His current term ends with a newly elected commissioner to be sworn in January 1st, 2019. His time as commissioner fulfilled a childhood dream. Most recently, Evans was a catalyst for conversation between Hopkins County and the Texas Department of Transportation regarding the dangers of driving State Highway 19-154 north of the city. Evans told KSST at the time that the number of accidents resulting in death seems to be increasing. He noted the Highway 19-154 problems will take time to improve. Studies made, funds appropriated, and work done will take time, according to Evans. However, he thinks the planning and development of the plan needs to begin now. During his term, work on State Highway 11 West began. He said that even though it is taking 10 years to complete the task, the end result will be a huge benefit to those who drive from Sulphur Springs to Commerce. Most of those are students at Texas A&M University Commerce. Evans noted that several major accomplishments highlight his years of service to the county. He named the partnership with TxDOT and with the city of Sulphur Springs in the extension of State Highway 11, or Wildcat Way, between State Highway 154 and State Highway 19. Evans said the street highway opened a large area for future development. Already, apartments, a middle school, and a major car dealership have opened along the roadway. He also stated that with the help and approval of county voters, the jail problem was solved. The old jail building had been a thorn in the county commissioner's court side as it often failed to meet state standards and its cost efficiency was low. A greatly improved civic center, both financially and structurally, developed in partnership with Sulphur Springs Independent School District and county investment funds, is also a highlight for Evans. He also noted that the building of a new firehouse for the county and moving from a 12-hour paid firefighting force to a 24-hour force. The firehouse has been paid for as well. The partnership with the city of Sulphur Springs in working on the downtown square is also on Evans' list of accomplishments. He stated that Commissioner's Court was also instrumental in assisting the city of Cumbie in receiving grants for a generator for their water tower and a generator for their sewer plant. The county has also helped the city of Cumbie with developing better streets. With all the improvements that have been made, Evans said the county is financially more sound than it has been. He said the county will know the exact financial numbers in a couple of weeks when the audit is completed. However, he expects a surplus of between $6 million and $7 million. A surplus of that amount would equal 4 months of operating funds in surplus for the county. The 4-month surplus would meet state standards for a county. Evans said the one fear he had when he was elected as Precinct 4 Commissioner was that the county would not be in good financial shape and that it would create long-term issues for him as a commissioner. He said that with cutbacks in 2009 and 2010, the court was able to stop the red balance, and with better economic times that have followed, it has grown with good financial management. Evans received only a small amount from the Federal Emergency Management Agency following heavy rains that created county road woes a few years ago. Precinct 1 and Precinct 2 were the hardest hit and received the larger funding. However, at the time of the FEMA grants, Evans had stated that he had 50 to 60% of the work needed on his roads in his precinct accomplished. Money that he received was added back to his budget, and with the exception of a few areas that had remained to be repaired at the time, he said those funds would be spent over the next 2 summers in road work while he remains in office. He said that he made a lot of friends as commissioner and met a lot of great people. He said he is thankful for the support of the people in Precinct 4. He's stepping aside at the end of his term to allow someone to enter the work with lots of energy and enthusiasm as they serve the county. Here's Don Julian with sports.
First, this news story. The Wildcats Band earned sweepstakes at a UIL concert and sight reading contest last Thursday. We get details from Wildcats Band director Charles McCauley.
I mean, they work hard all the time, but when it comes time to perform, they just tend to really show up and do well. We had a great day. We made straight ones on stage, made straight ones in sight reading. The sight reading was actually a really good piece of music. It was very hard. In the years past, we've had some not so great pieces of music. This is really a good piece of music, but really hard. But I don't mind. I mean, that's fine, you know. And sure enough, only us and Pine Tree were the only two 5As to make sweepstakes. You have to make a first division in marching and concert and sight reading, and we were fortunate enough to receive that, and as did Pine Tree, and so we're really proud of that and proud of the kids. The performance was really good. We played the recording, the tape, which how old I am, the recording when we got back, and they were pretty proud of that, and we'll play it again tomorrow. But a really good day and a really great performance, and just really proud of them.
Yeah, it's not easy. Apparently this year is especially hard
Yeah.
to get the straight ones.
It is, and something that's really cool. We're the only band program to take 5 bands to contest. 3 at the middle school and 2 at the high school. All 5 made first straight ones on stage, which is the only program in the district that did that, in the region that did that. And 4 of them made sweepstakes. And so just an incredible year, and really proud of the kids and proud of the directors and Mr. Proctor and Ms. Turner and Mr. McDaniel, Mr. Garza. Great job by all of them, and just a really good UIL season.
Sweepstakes is something that you've achieved most years. I know it has.
A lot of years, yeah. I really haven't counted. It's difficult. For a while there, we had a little difficulty. We would get close and, we would make it in sight reading or whatever. But now I think we're 3 in a row now. I think we had a year, 4 years ago, I think we didn't make it into sight reading. And then I think we were on another 3-year string before that, I think. So it's exciting. It shows an overall quality of program, the whole year round, and just really proud of the kids and proud of their effort and proud of their work. And they're just great kids. I mean, they're just fun to be around, and they're inspiring to be around. They're good kids, and it's a special time.
You've got to feel like whatever you're putting out there for them, to the process is working because they're responding to that.
Right. I mean, we have it's a team effort. It's me and all the other directors. It's not just me. Everybody pitches in, and hopefully we develop a program both at the middle school and at the high school where the kids know what to expect. They know there's high expectations. They know what we're going to ask them to do. They know what the requirements are. They're willing to do it, and they're willing to work hard. And that's the big thing, is hard work and work ethic and getting after it, as Coach Owens would say. And, just working hard, and that's the key.
Yeah, you mentioned we send so many more bands. Perhaps that middle school training, it does just set the table for coming up to high school.
It's everything. Your program is your middle school. We were the only band in middle school. Our honors band was the only one to play 2 grade 3s. No other middle school in the region played 2 grade 3s, and that's one is easiest, 2, and then 3, 4, and 5. And so for them to play 2 grade 3s and still make sweepstakes, Ms. Turner did a fabulous job with them, and just really impressed with what they've been doing. And yes, it trains them. When they play that level of music at the middle school, then they come to high school. It's not such a huge jump. If they're doing really easy stuff and being successful on it, well, that's fine. But then they get to high school and it's like, whoa, what's this? Well, now what they do is they're seeing, they're playing difficult stuff, and they come up here and they're ready to go. So your middle school program is everything. If you don't have a strong middle school program, you can't have a strong program at the high school. So we owe really everything to what they're doing down at the middle school, and that's been happening for a lot of years now.
Yeah. I would ask you what's next, but it looks like, if I can read correctly, it's time for color guard tryouts and your drum major tryout.
It is hard to believe. There's a rumor that there's 13 trying out for drum majors, so we may have it may be a 2-day event.
Never had 13 drum majors before?
Never had 13 tryout, but that's the rumor about it. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's, we'll see how many of them stick with it. But it's great to have that kind of interest. All 3 of our drum majors are seniors, so they'll all be going on. And so there's 3 spots open, and we'll see who's going to be here to take it. That's exciting. It's very exciting. We have a meeting tomorrow night about that. First practice is tomorrow, so we're ready for that and changing gears. We're talking about the show tomorrow. We're going to introduce Wednesday. We're going to introduce the show on Wednesday. So it's just, the calendar, turn the calendar over, and here we go.
Pretty big week.
It is a big week. It's big, and then school are ending earlier. Kind of is going to be different because we're going to have different kind of on a shorter schedule with banquet and all that. So it's going to be pretty much crunch time, but that's okay. We'll have time to work on next year's show, and we'll be going.
Now in sports. For the second straight year, the Wildcats football team will have spring workouts. I talked about spring football with Wildcats football coach Greg Owens.
We're starting a little earlier this year because the school's getting out a little earlier, and so we've got to cram a lot in a little amount of time. But I still like it because it lets us slow down. We can just teach fundamentals. We can find out what a kid's got. We don't overdo it. We're not trying to get ready for an opponent, and all that kind of stuff. So again, the flip side of that is we lose a week and a scrimmage in the fall. So we're trading that off, and it was beneficial for us last year. And again, we got a little overlap with baseball this time too, so we'll just have to work around some of those things, and those kids will go along with the baseball season as normal, and then when they finish that up, they'll come and join us.
Now, it'll start next Monday, I believe.
Monday the 24th, yep. I'm not going to tell you a set time for a day. I mean, the period, it'll be after school about 3:50 till about 5:30. We'll be done at 5:30 or before every day, so we'll have set things for each workout we want to get accomplished today, and again, just daily fundamentals. We'll watch a lot of video. We'll carry on lifting weights. It'll kind of be like an in-season weight program. We'll lift on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then we'll also start installing some special teams and doing all that stuff. So it gets us ahead. Our kids' retention from last year was really good. Our retention right now for some of these guys, I know visiting with Coach Owens the other day, just linebackers, retention from them from the fall to now. We've been doing some stuff in the period without pads. They're really good. And so we're seeing a lot of that. So, I think it's working for us, and we'll see if it continues to do that or not.
Not sure if it's firm, but have you got a date for spring game?
Right now, I'm looking at May the 19th.
Okay.
Working it around award ceremonies and graduation and all these other banquets and all that kind of stuff. So, but the good thing is a lot of that stuff doesn't start till afterwards, some of those things. And so 5:30 we're done, which is a normal lifting day for most kids around here. They stay in here and hang out till about 5:30. So we're just talking about that being workout time. So hour and a half workout, pretty good, get a lot of work done. And I don't want it to be a drag for the kids. I want to come out here with some energy and excitement. That's why we plan certain things for certain days and get them excited about it and continue to improve.
I know one of those days, obviously the athletic banquet's coming up on May 1st, but you've been able to identify enough dates to get all the dates in that you feel like
I think so. I mean, if something else is in the way, we'll just kind of cancel it, move it to another day or whatever. So, nothing's really 100% firm. All this stuff's a little bit tentative because you never know what pops in and pops out. So, but we do know the athletic banquet's on the 1st. We work around that. We know the awards assembly, it's after school, but it doesn't really involve a lot of these younger kids, that stuff. So we'll be done plenty of time to get to those things and make that stuff happen.
How many days does the UIL give you to practice?
18. You got 30 days to get 18 in. We'll get maybe 15 workouts or so. We don't feel like we have to cram them all in there. And most of the times we're off on a Friday. We're going to help work around baseball and softball playoffs, those kind of things, because that stuff's coming up, which unfortunately, baseball-wise, we didn't last year. So it worked out with us. Those kiddos got in here and got some work, but we're going to be in the playoffs this year. So that's good and exciting for them.
And as far as track's concerned, of course, they have the area meet, but the regional will be coming up and possibly state for some of those.
Yeah, we'll just deal with that on an individual basis as we need to.
All right. The staff excited about this, you feel like? Or?
Yeah, I don't know. Right now it just seems like a cluster. Everything's just kind of go. And I've been gone for 2 weeks to all kinds of junior high track meets, high school track meets, golf. So it's just kind of a blur right now. We're just, every day looks a little bit different. You make a plan and then you have to adjust it a little bit. And Those things just happen. School takes place. We got standardized testing taking place. So those days we have to schedule around those. So it's kind of coming in this morning. Okay, what's today? And then we make a plan and we go. But we have a general outline and a skeleton plan of the days we're going to work out. And so we bump some things around.
I got the feeling from talking to staff. Of course, it was spring football for the first time for a lot of those guys, but they seemed genuinely excited about it last year. Like it was very beneficial. Things.
Yeah, it is. Again, there's not the pressure. You're coaching every kid, which you are in the fall, but you're really specializing just on fundamentals. Getting right. We got a chance to evaluate. We got a chance for video. All those things are kind of built in the days, and the kids like it. It's another change. They're tired of being in the weight room and on the track. They're getting ready for a change for something else. So here we go here, and putting pads on. Kids are in football. They like to be physical. So that's a fun time for those guys. And will anybody come out with jobs? Not really, but we'll have a better idea who can do something or what we need to work on or what a kid continues, and what gives us an idea going in the fall what we have. And gets those kids better. We got some surprises last year. We were shocked by how some kids stepped up in spring. And we hope we have some more of those this year too. So we know what we expect, and we hope some of those guys will grow up and mature and step into those roles that we kind of feel like they need to. If not, it gives you a chance, to get them ready for the summer. And if they didn't do it then we move to the next guy in the fall.
The Wildcats baseball team, rated number 13 in the state in Class 5A, jumped out to a 4-0 lead at Marshall Friday afternoon, only to see the Mavericks rally and take a 5-4 win. The Wildcats slipped to 8-1 in district play into a first-place tie in the loss column with Hallsville. The Wildcats are now 14-6-1 for the season. The Wildcats scored 2 runs in the top of the first and added single runs in the third and fourth innings to take a 4-0 lead. Marshall finally got on the scoreboard with a run in the bottom of the fourth. The Mavericks cut the lead to 4-2 after 5 innings. The sixth did the Wildcats in as the Mavericks scored 3 times to take the lead. When the Wildcats did not score in the seventh after threatening, Marshall had the win. Marshall out-hit the Wildcats 9-4. For the Wildcats, Heston Golightly drove home 2 runs, and Michael Arnold and Ryan Humphreys had 1 RBI apiece. And Humphreys pitched the first 5 and a third innings for the Wildcats, and he took the loss. The Wildcats have a bye next Tuesday, and their next game will be at Mount Pleasant on Friday. The Lady Cats softball team won their 6th straight district game as they pounded first-place Texas High 13-4 at Lady Cat Park Thursday evening. It was senior night, and the Lady Cats recognized Kristen Allen, Hannah Krausen, and Jay Dowdy. Texas High broke a scoreless tie with a single run in the top of the second inning. Then the Lady Cats scored 2 runs in the bottom of the inning, and they led 2-1. After, the Lady Tigers tied the game with a single run in the top of the fourth, the Lady Cats went ahead 4-2 with 2 runs in the bottom of the inning. The Lady Cats then stretched their lead to 7-2 with 3 more runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Texas High rallied with 2 runs in the top of the 6th to make it a 7-4 game. Then the Lady Cats put the game away with 6 big runs in the bottom of the 6th. The Lady Cats pounded out 18 hits. Senior Hannah Krausen and Sadie Stroud each had 4 hits. Allie Fight and Brinkley Driver drew walks. Kelsey Wallace drove in 5 runs, and Stroud drove in 3. Bailey Haggerty got the pitching win, allowing 4 runs and 10 hits while striking out 1, and neither team committed an error. The Lady Cats pulled within 1 game of the Lady Tigers in the district standings. Lady Cats improved to 9-2 in district play, and they're 22-6 for the season. Lady Cats have an open date next Tuesday, and they'll play at Mount Pleasant Friday. The Cumbie Trojans baseball team dropped a close district game at Fruitvale 6-5 on Friday. The Trojans got off to a good start with a 3-run top of the first inning. Fruitvale then tied the game with a single run in the second and 2 runs in the third. Then Cumbie went ahead 5-3 with single runs in the 4th and 5th innings. Fruitvale had a big 3-run bottom of the 5th to take a 6-5 lead, and then they held on for the win. Both teams had 7 hits. Cumbie had 4 errors, but Fruitvale had 6. Cumbie used 3 pitchers. Cole Sprague started, R.J. Valentine pitched next and took the loss, and Elmer Rodriguez finished up. Cumbie pitchers allowed only 2 earned runs. Valentine had a big game, going 3 for 4 at the plate with an RBI, 2 runs scored, 1 walk, 2 singles and a double, and 3 stolen bases. Austin Thomas was 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Braden Porter knocked in a run and had 2 sacrifices. Ethan Coble, Jake Petty, and Dakota Young also had hits. Coble, Braden Coble, and Sprague also had stolen bases.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.